Fox Advisors is a prestigious organization in Houston, Texas. George Bush Sr., who is former president, is one of the members there. And I had the opportunity to speak there. And one of the gentlemen in attendance, named Tom Gillis, was attending. So this gentleman now was in his mid-60s, I believe. And this is about 26 years ago, I'd guess. Anyway, he attends the Breakthrough Experience. He had this bag sitting next to him the whole weekend. But on Sunday afternoon, as I was talking about living a dream and living a vision, he asked if he could speak. A very powerful presence about him. And he says, I just want everybody to know that 40 years ago, I attended a conference, a seminar like the Breakthrough Experience, similar to this, that was presented by a guy named Napoleon Hill. And at that program, when Napoleon Hill spoke, I wrote down my 40-year goal and vision for what I want to do with my life. I had a dream of running and building a small company into a major corporation, which I succeeded at. I wanted to have a Mercedes-Benz, which in those days was important, and I succeeded. In fact, had two. I wanted to have one of the most beautiful homes in Houston, Texas, in River Oaks, which is the most prestigious area of town, which I have accomplished. I wanted to marry the most beautiful woman in Texas, Miss Texas, which I did. I wanted to have two beautiful kids, that I did. I wanted to donate to my alma mater, to my school, and be one of the headmasters and one of the people that contributed back to the school. I wanted to make a difference in my fields of education and my fields of business. All of these came true, but I also had one goal, that I wanted to write a book on how to turn mom and pop operations into major corporations. He says, but I did not finish that book until the day I met Dr. Demartini, because I was afraid to. Here I am in my 60s, and here I was afraid to finish the book. And one of the goals is going golfing and doing those kind of things too. But I noticed that all my buddies out on the golf course, the moment they finished their goals, they died. So I was afraid to finish my last goal of writing that book, because I was afraid that if I did, that I might pass away. So I hesitated until I met Dr. Demartini, and he inspired me in his talk. And I made a decision that I was going to complete that book. And so he reaches down and he opens it and he pulls out the manuscript. I finished the book, and the reason I finish it and I'm presenting it is because I just wrote my 40 years worth of new goals now. So I now have 40 more years worth of goals, so I'm not afraid of presenting my last 40 years. They're all accomplished, but I have my next 40 years worth of goals because I'm a visionary and I want to see those things manifested now. Now that was 25 or so years ago. I just found out just this last year that he finally passed away. But he accomplished those goals. It's amazing what happens if you give yourself permission to do something extraordinary. That's why it's so important to give yourself permission to have